Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to walk you through how I solved the CSWP practice problem 11.5. So for this problem, we're going to start with the main shape, and in particular the top part of this shape, the little trapezoid on top, mostly because I find that lines are easier to deal with. Alright, so we'll draw a rough trapezoid. I'm going to use the center line here for those angles 70 and 65, and then we'll dimension to the origin. That's supposed to be 18, and everything will rescale, and then we can set up these dimensions 8 and this horizontal dimension of 5, and then vertically it's 2. Okay, maybe drag this in a little bit. Alright, and then we can work on the right side of the shape here. So once again, line. And this line, if you're not careful, you might accidentally grab the perpendicular to this other line over here. But we don't want that, so I'm going to hit Control, and so it doesn't set up that relation. I'm going to go out and in, create this little arc, and then go straight down. Out and in for this arc, and then over here. Alright, we'll stop there. Oops. Accidentally set that dimension. So the angle is 65. This arc here has radius 5. And then we're not given the radius of this arc, but it looks like the center of that arc, or you can take this point right here, those should be horizontal to the origin. So I'm actually just going to take this point here and make it horizontal to the origin. You can see that because this point is where the line ends and the arc begins. And in a similar way, this point right here is where this line ends and then this arc over here begins. So I'm going to make this point vertical to the origin. All right. And the horizontal distance from the origin out to the right side is 14. So that's looking pretty good. You can still move this up and down. That's all right. Let's keep going. We'll set up a tangent arc coming off of here and then over to here. Let me set up those dimensions right now. So this is diameter of 14 divided by 2, so that's 7. And then here is a radius of 3. One thing about this arc is that the center of the arc is probably coincident to the origin. If you look at it, this arc right here, it's probably centered at the origin. We're not really given clear indication of that, but it's a pretty good assumption to make, and that was an assumption I had to make when making this fully defined. So I'll just drag that center to the origin, and that'll set up the coincident relation. Then we can make a horizontal line over here. It's a little hard to tell, but this part looks a little flat, so I took it to be a line right there. And make sure that we have tangency. Okay, and let's go back into a tangent arc. Something like that. And we'll just close it off with a line. And let's go ahead and set the angle of that line. 70 degrees. Make sure this is tangent. Okay, now there are some dimensions coming off of the center of this arc. One of them is vertically the distance to the origin is 2, and the other is horizontally to the origin, it's 10. Okay, so if we do a quick sweep around, it looks like we have all of the dimensions. Let me just finish the sweep here. All the dimensions. So at this point, I was looking at the picture and it's still underdefined, and had to make some assumptions. And one of the assumptions was that the midpoint of this segment here is vertical to the origin. It kind of looks that way, and if you look at the center of the slot, it's vertical to the origin. So following that point up to the segment, it looks like the center of that segment, the midpoint, is also vertical to the origin as well. So let's put that constraint in there. We'll grab the midpoint and the origin, make vertical. And that locks pretty much everything down except for this point right here. So this can be moved in and out. And here again, looking at the picture, it looks like there's some symmetry going on here with this trapezoid. So it looks like this is symmetric to that. And you can either set up a vertical center line and make those two segments, those line segments, symmetric. Or what I did is just set the horizontal distance of the horizontal width of that segment to be 5, and so this one would be a matching 5 as well. There we go. And now we're fully defined. Again, if you wanted to create a center line going straight up and then force the symmetry with a relation, that would also work. So now that we're fully defined, we can extrude. Looks like our distance is 4. And now start working on the holes. So for these holes, we can set up this as a slot. This is not quite a slot or an arc sort of slot. Instead, what I'm going to do here is create an arc, offset the arc using offset entities, and then fillet these corners. So actually, let's go ahead and jump into that right now. So we'll work in the front, on the front face, and we can maybe set up a little center line going from here to here, horizontally 7. So that's where we're going to start the arc, and that has the right radius. Okay, and let's go ahead and we'll use the center point arc with the origin as the center out to here, something like that. Okay, and then what we can do is select this, use offset entities with a width of 4. If you don't have the cap ends, we'll want to cap ends with lines. Hit enter, and there we go. And we can still move this, we can move this in and out like this. But we want there to be an angle of 50 degrees between this line and this line. So we can set that up. '50-degree angle. So at that point, fully defined. Now when we set the fillets up, it's probably going to break that. The fillets having a radius of 1. So you can see how it's not fully defined now, and that's just because these points right here you can sort of distort. So one thing that we need is we need this line to be horizontal. This part, this side of the hole is locked down to the horizontal. So that's one thing we could do to lock that part down. And then the other thing is that this one, this line segment here, should be going through the origin. It shouldn't be going through some other place. So what I'll do is, click on this segment, control click on the origin, and make sure that they're coincident, and that'll lock everything into place. So that guy's fully defined. Let's go ahead and set up the center of the slot. So that's going to have, let me set up a vertical. Okay. So we'll use a slot where we define the center and then go out and set up these dimensions here. So this is going to be 5. And then from here to here, 4. Okay, and it looks like we have this reference construction circle here that has a radius of 9. So let's figure that out. All right, we'll set up that construction circle. Oops, that was the diameter of 9. I meant that to be radius. Okay, so 9 times 2. And we'll make sure that that one is for construction. Okay, and the bottom of this slot looks like it's tangent to this construction circle. So control click on each of those, make tangent, and it looks like the slot is now locked into place. Okay, so those are going to be the 2 things that we're going to cut. And we'll cut through all. And then finally, we can use the hole wizard. Whoops. Let me exit out of the sketch here. We can use the hole wizard to place a couple of the 2 holes that remain. Let's see what we got here. Oops. So this one's going to be M2 C-bore pan cross head. All right, so counter bore, anti-metric, pan cross head, and then M2. We'll just leave fit as normal, and then the condition, end condition through all. Then for the position, we'll just select this front face here, and we'll stick it somewhere over here, and then start dimensioning it. So it looks like this one is 6 vertically from the origin and 7 horizontally from the origin. Okay, I can hit D and then the green check. And then once again, hole wizard. And actually, if you want to, you can click on the face first and then hole wizard, but it doesn't really matter too much. This is another counter bore, but it's M2.5, that's the only difference. And for this guy, the position is going to be right there at the origin. So I'll right click for the green check in that particular case. And there we have it. So we'll check our volume, it's 1827.65, 1827.6. And we got a 5 here, which technically would round this up to a 7, but I think it's close enough. Let me know if you ended up getting this exact answer when rounded to the 10th place. I think we'll call it a video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and keep studying.